Oh my God. Hey, you wanna come in? Hey, come on, come on, come on. Good girl. No, no, no.
Hello people, today I would like to teach you a thing. And if you already know how to do this thing, just watch the video anyway. If you don't know what flocking is, the end result is basically similar to like a felt or a suede.
At this point, you might be asking, what do I need to flock something? Well, it's actually pretty simple. You need a brush, and then this is our applicator for the flock. And it's basically like a little pump. And you fill it up, and I'll show you how all that works, but it kind of works like glitter, just like elementary school if you were gluing something and putting glitter on it. It's real similar to that. And then this is our adhesive, or glue. I think you can get this in different colors, and I just get black because black is the best. And this is our flock material. And this is the nylon type. There's two, or maybe there's three. There's a couple different types of material based on what kind of project you're doing. And lastly, you need something to flock. And what I'm gonna do today is this lower trim plate that goes on the passenger side below the dash, and my glove box door. And what I found flocking works really good for is if you have panels that are cracked and you've re-glued them. These ones are kind of okay, there's a busted tab on that, but anytime you have a cracked panel and you try to glue it and fix it and you just can't make it look decent, the flock is kind of a coverall. In my opinion, it looks pretty good when it's done. And it's pretty easy to do, and any sort of little mistakes or glued spots or repairs, you never know that they were there. For automotive stuff, anything that needs to hold up to a lot of abuse, you're supposed to go with the nylon. That's the only one I've worked with. The other type I think might be a little softer, but it's not as resistant to scratches and wear. Now this is the back of my car, and it's kind of hard to tell in pictures or video, but that's the material. It's just like it's a real fine, almost like a really short buzz cut. This panel actually has been repaired up here a little bit, and it was originally white, and I gave it a little light coat of black paint, and then the black glue and the black flock, and you'd never know the difference. Obviously same goes for this side, and then up and around into the next panel. I don't have any clips holding anything in place for now because I can't find any that fit. But yeah, I really like the way it looks, so we're gonna keep going with that. And the center console up there is also flocked. I will warn you that this project makes an absolute mess, so wherever you do it, I wouldn't recommend doing it in the house. Probably be fine in the garage, but you're gonna have to sweep a little bit. Try to find a big, either sheet of plastic or big cardboard box and flatten it out. Work off of that, gives you a cleaner surface area around it. It takes about 24 hours for this stuff to fully dry, so once you put the glue on, right away you put the flock on with the applicator, and then you leave it sit. You're supposed to leave it sit for 24 hours. It's pretty effing cold over here again, so it's probably gonna take a little more than 24 hours. I'll probably just give it 2 days before I handle any of this stuff. But once it's on there, it's on there pretty good. First we're gonna clean this off just like you would with any time you paint anything or glue anything. Just pretty standard procedure. Oh, hugs? Okay. Smell terrible. That's okay. Okay. Oh, you're getting your hair on it. When you're doing this, after you put the glue on, you want to get the flock material on like right away. You don't want to give it much time to dry. I found much more than a couple minutes and it starts to get a little bit
more solidified, then you can't get anything on it anymore. It just doesn't stick. So you want to have everything ready to go. Like you want to have this loaded up in here, and honestly with 2 people it helps, because then you can have one person, as soon as that glues on, then you can go ahead and put this stuff on. And as long as you do it quick and you get a nice coat on there, everything will be fine. Gotta wait for it to dry now. If you're doing a big area, they do make an air compressor attachment version of this, I think, that you can just load the bag into a hopper. That would be ideal. Otherwise, for the low budget guy, might not be a bad idea to get 2 of those. Pro tip when flocking, buy a little more than you think you're actually going to need, because it ends up all over the place. I didn't show you the stuff that I threw away that ended up on the cardboard. I've actually got a little bag in that box of stuff that I've put back in a bag, but you end up with little pieces of debris and stuff, and I'd rather just not mess with it. I can't remember exactly what all this stuff costs. Somewhere, I'll put a link somewhere down below there. And this is what it looks like before it's dry. I noticed when I lifted it up off the floor to put it up here, I saw a couple light spots once it got into a different angle of lighting. So I added a little bit more. Hopefully that all sticks. It actually says 10 to 15 hours, but I'm gonna give it a couple days just to be safe. But I think it'll look pretty good. This weather is horse shit. Where's the squirrel? Oh, uh-oh. We're back to check on pieces that we flocked. It got pretty cold last night. Before I went to bed, I had the heater going for a couple more hours just to keep everything warm. I think it's probably about time to tap off the extra and see how they dried. Alright, I think we're done here. At least with the glove box. Fitment, I don't know. Fitment is, well, that might not be good enough. Fitment issues with both
pieces that I'm working with, the glove box door and the lower trim plate. I think I'll be able to fix both of them. The lower plate shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna have to Dremel just a little bit of it away because of the fitment with the dash. So that's when I try to stretch it over, nothing's really happy. So that piece has to be modified. And right now, the glove box door isn't as shut as I would like it to be, and I don't have time anymore to mess with it. Inside the gap here, I could probably go another, probably 1/4 inch almost. It's just a matter of getting this piece and this to line up. So I'm gonna have to go a little bit further in, and then all that will sit flush with that. Alright guys, that does it for this video. Like it, subscribe, comment below, and we'll catch you next time. It fits!